Hi everybody, I'm Natasha again. I'm here to speak about what happened to me in my rape so others can hear and understand my story. It happened just over a year ago and I had been drinking with my friends and I shouldn't have been because I was an alcoholic and I had been sober for a year before that night. I was an alcoholic because my boyfriend had been killed in a car accident from a truck driver and was instantly killed. It was extremely hard for me because I had to plan his funeral and everything and his love of my life and yeah, anyway, it's another story. But yeah, so I decided to just drink this night and with my friends in town and we had a fight, and me and my friend had a fight and I decided to go my way. I said pretty much screw you and I went my own way and I went to one of the clubs and started dancing like a crazy person. And this guy came up to me and asked me for a drink, and I said, sure, why not? And I had one, and then another one, and then another one, and then another one, and until I had so many that I couldn't stand properly by myself. And then I remember us walking down the road, and him saying, do you want to go for a walk by the river? And I said, sure. And we walked past the river, and then he took me up a hill, and there was a church, and I thought that looked pretty. And anyway, he wanted me to take my clothes off, and I said okay. So I kind of consented to it. And then once things started happening, I said no, and he didn't listen to that. I said no and no and no until I couldn't say no anymore, and he still didn't listen. So I cried my eyes out, and he still didn't stop. And pretty much that's what happened. And afterwards, I put my clothes back on and tried to get away, and he tried grabbing me, and then I remember started to scream and yell, and I ran as fast as I could, got back into town, I found my friends eventually, and I was hysterical, and they didn't know why, they just thought I was drunk and being stupid, so they tried to put me in a car, and I wouldn't go in, and it took them about 5 guys to chuck me in a car to get me in the back seat, and when I got home, I passed out, obviously, and woke up in the morning with a big hangover. I had these visions of what happened that night, but I just thought they might have been a dream, and obviously it wasn't because I was in so much pain. I remember the guy's face, but I never reported it, and I never had a medical check either. I was so embarrassed that because I to try and explain to medical people and to the police that I was drunk, I just thought they wouldn't believe me, and there wasn't much point in even having that conversation with them. So I decided then and there that I would pretend it never happened, and that lasted for almost a year until a few weeks ago when the private practice story came out, and that's when it broke me down and made me come to terms with what happened to me and that it did happen to me. And all these thoughts just came into play. Was it my fault? Was it? Was it not? Was it? Was it? And so I rang up a helpline recently, and they told me I was partially to blame because I was drunk, and I tried another helpline and they said the same, and it just made me feel a lot worse about myself. And I eventually talked to my friends on Twitter about it, because they're my survivor friends, so they understand. And they encouraged me to get more help and to go to Rainn, and I did, and great. I'm so glad to Rainn, and they gave me the courage to tell my parents, and I told my parents, and they took it just as I thought, really, really hard, because of my history with me being sexually abused by my step granddad, and yeah, they just yelling, screaming. I understand. They're just upset, and they just didn't see me hurt because this has happened to me before. After a while, they calmed down, but we haven't spoken about it since then, and I'm never going to bring it up. Okay, it's just too painful. I can't even look at them without mentioning it. And yeah, so and then I told one of my friends the other day, and they were all supportive. I thought they'd take it really badly, but they were really supportive about it, and they believed me, which was a relief because I started to believe in me. And when I tell people my story, I start to overthink it and think, well, actually, that was my fault. But I know I shouldn't think like that. I'm encouraged to think like that, so I try not to be, and I won't. Because if I do, that means I'm contradicting what I'm saying to everybody. So I hope my stories helped other people at home who are sitting in silence. Just know there's people out there like you who are going through the same things as you are and are here to help you. So please come forward, and if you need someone to reach out to, please reach out to Rainn. They're the excellent organisation in the world, this kind of thing. You can contact them on 1-656-800-HOPE. And if you're an international person like I am, unfortunately, you can contact them on the hotline online, which is on www.rainn.org. And I know you might have to wait for a while, but trust me, it's worth the wait. And while you're waiting, you can always chat to one of us survivors on Facebook. They're easy to find. Just look us up. Look me up. I'm Natasha Hagen, and I'm from New Zealand. I'm pretty sure I'm the only Natasha Hagen that looks like this in New Zealand. So please just give me a message, and I'll be happy to talk to you. And yes, so everybody, thank you for listening, and this will be one of many messages I'll be sending out. I'd like to say a special thank you to KaDee Strickland, who plays Charlotte King of Private Practice, because if it wasn't for her, I would not have come forward about my rape. And I have talked to so many people who have met you, KaDee, if you're watching, which I don't think you will be, but if you are, that's cool. Yeah, I've met so many people who have met you on the Rainn event, and they just have so many nice things to say about you. I'm unfortunately in New Zealand, and I wish I'd been there because I really want to meet you one day. But just hearing about all these amazing things about you, it's just great. It just touches my heart, and it just makes me like you even more. And I'm so proud that you're my role model, and I'm so proud of what you're doing for everybody, and including myself and other survivors too. You're just an amazing woman, and everyone loves you, and I hope you know this. You should know, and I hope you told this a lot too. And just know that we are all here to support you, love you, respect you, and I hope you continue on helping Rainn survivors and others like us in the world throughout your life, because you are just phenomenal, and we love you heaps. Okay. Bye.